Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. This is my amazing apartment view. And this is my really basic apartment that we're definitely going to be working on. The Mustang is here. As we said, we went with the Mustang. Now, I've been contemplating which career path to go down. And I think I'm going to go with the pro racing. And I say that because I really want to get the touring cars. For now, that's the main idea. So that's one we're going to go with first. Which means we need to do a couple of boat races to start us off with this episode. Which will mean eventually, during this episode, we should get to touring cars. Let's get it on. Starting with the speedboats.
Like on rivers and lakes.
It's not.
You've got to fight the waves, but if you learn to use them, they can be your friend. Then
I like that waves could be my friend. I hope they can be my friend because I'm a man of collecting friends. It's exactly what I collect friends. No, I'm like a Pokemon trainer of friends. That's what I am. No, I'm sorry. I use them to battle. That's what I'm doing. Look at them all go. There's some faster speedboats in here, I can tell you that. But with the amazing skills that Pants has down his belt, he's going to attempt to do a win. Do a win! Can he do one? I'm watching out for the waves, because if you hit other people's waves, it actually can drastically mess up your little race you've got going on here. Now, there's actually only 2 boat events I saw. I wonder how many boat events I actually need to do before I can unlock touring cars. I guess we shall find that out by playing. Wilson! Donna! I was going to say Donna. Donna! And there's one person left out in the front of the pack. That's about to be absolute. It's Victor. It is Victor. I swear, isn't that the guy that's like the fastest? No, his name's Clarence. Something like that.
All right. You're showing everybody you're stern.
Yeah! I am very stern. What does stern mean? You all underestimated the power of my little boat. I'm going to mess people up as well by putting waves at them. The online boat races, especially like when a PvP eventually comes out, it's going to be interesting. I want to know how you could seriously mess up someone's race when you're like miles ahead of them. It's going to be fantastical. It's going to be a new way to put... Look at this! I'll just blast water on him. But at the same time, it could mess me up, because if I'm like concentrating on trying to mess him up, I could hit a boat. Now, the further you get out from the water, the more like aggressive the waves are. And it really tries to mess you up. But so far, we're at 80% through this race. If I can hold it, I'm going to say that I'm actually a decent boat driver. Boat driver? Boat racer? I don't know. Here we go. Clear, easy finish. Messed them up as well. I don't know what I just hit there. But we go across the line. Excuse me. First win for the boat. We're actually going to get some parts for this one. So, 13 grand as well, jumping in.
Hey, look,
we're already flying up the ranks. I think the thing must be literally after this next boat event. The touring cars.
Green loot, but other colored loot has even cooler stuff.
Alright, we could throw those parts on. I feel like I should, because my boat did feel slow, and you can't move parts from boat to car, I don't think, anyway. But wouldn't really make much sense, would it? Propeller. Might make some use of it in a car somewhere. Next one!
You're on the move, so get rolling.
I'm talking about radar still. We are going to every zone, which is very clearly meant to be the Amazon of the crew two. I don't know what the other brand's meant to be, but this should be the one to get us the touring car, because yes, we can progress further now.
This sort of thing, but are you sure about this race?
And I'm not the
100%.
one who usually says you're worrying too much. But here we are. It's all set. Between this and the race in Vegas, we're showing off in new venues.
So we're hoping the big jump means big numbers?
That's the idea. It's a big chance we're taking trying a location like this, but we've got to do it. One thing will never change, though. Old-fashioned driving will always win.
Driving fast. I know what she's talking about.
2,
Driving fast, you always win. I mean, I say that. Someone could be driving faster. So I wouldn't particularly say that would always be the win. Come on! Yes! Get out ahead early with the boats. The quicker off the line the boat, the better. We got some weird jumps coming up and win some... Oh! So normally I try and avoid jumps in every way I possibly can. What? Because if you avoid jumps, you spend more time accelerating. This is weird. Okay, so you're hitting those. Isn't actually going to slow you down that much, but you don't want to hit things. You want to hit a ramp more so that... What? Do you want to hit a boat? You want to take the shortest route. The one with less things to hit. The more time in the water, the faster you're going to go. It's just common sense. It's the rule I gotta tell you. Every time I see these fools taking jumps in the street racing, and I'm like, there's a way around that jump, and they're like, so what? And then I win. You gotta be careful. I'm here to help out. I'm here to guide you. This is cool, this area. This is reminding me of a nice relaxing mode. Could have gone around, would have taken more time. Let's just take the jump. I could have avoided that one and really had minimal damage to the speed. No, don't pass me now. You can't pass me right at the end of the race. I'm right about to get my touring car. That's why we're here. I'm here for the pro racing of the cars. Boats are okay. I just want to get to the faster boats, and then I'll be more interested in the boat. You know what I'm saying? But another 13 grand. We're going to get some nice parts as well. That boat looks cool. I don't even know what that is. I feel like I'm going back to the early days of cars. I'm going, wow, that's a nice car. No idea what it is, but it's a nice car. I have no idea about boats.
No risk,
Here we go.
no reward. I guess that's one way of looking at it. You've got to evolve to stay relevant. If that means trying new venues, from downtown to 10 miles east of the middle of nowhere, then maybe that's what we got to do. But I know it's a gamble. It won't do us any good to win new fans if we lose the old ones.
That's true.
Finding a balance. That's the tricky part.
This woman's a smart cookie. I like... She's the most, like, switched on of the bunch. Now, give me my touring car. What's next? I thought there was a guy stood over there or something for a second. Let's jump out onto the map. And let's see exactly what's going on. Because we now have all the touring stuff done. We might have to do a bit of the other stuff, maybe. Let's go to the pro racing. I think we need about 4,000 more followers because I've arrived here and there's nothing happening. So that must be the case. But we got the nice introduction that we actually haven't seen before. So that is a start. Let's jump out of the map. And I think the obvious one then to do is to go with the street race because that's the most like it. And there's the Strip South. That's probably my favorite race that I use to grind constantly. So let's give that one a go, shall we? I love the way this one starts. Just... Oh. I thought it's in yellow ground. Get it. Made his bones. If you win here, it's damn certain you're going to attract his attention. My controller disconnected. I promise I didn't do that on purpose. I have like my controller, as I keep telling people. My PS4's in the other room, which is not the best idea for racing. Especially when the door is shut and it's like, yeah, I've lost your signal. I'm just going to keep remembering the last signal that you had. So for some reason on corners, well, I know why. On corners, it just keeps the input that I last pressed. So it'll just keep accelerating and turning left through the corner, which is absolutely magical. It's exactly what I want. But Travis, watch out, a new muscle man's on the block. Last time I was driving the all-wheel drive TT. This time round, I'm driving the big yellow beast. I haven't played this race. I'm losing my flow a little bit. I was absolutely blitzing this race when we first started playing it. I made millions from this race. I think I actually made 1.8 million from this race. So I made quite a lot of money. Well, my plan is during this beta to actually open up the chances of making even more money. Because there's more events. There may be a better grinding race. We're going to find out. Where's the AI? Good question. Once I beat the AI and decimated them and got to, I'd say about 30 levels under the recommended for hard, I started running it hard. You know me. Like I need to run it on easy. I also just realized there is music playing. There was music playing. It's just stopped for some reason. Maybe it's just really quiet in the distance. Either way, I actually prefer the way this handles the TT. The TT kind of understeered a little bit. This is holding pretty well. When I had the assists off, I started messing with the assist and I had everything but, I think I had stability on and traction off. Or vice versa. I'm not too sure. One way or the other. It handled really well. This is handling really well. I feel like if I turn some of the assists off, this is going to slide everywhere. I do need to switch to manual at some point because I do miss driving with that. I like the controls a lot on this. And the final drop. Oh, the music is playing in the buildings. I haven't actually got the music on. That would be why. It's still You're straightening up, and the AI catch mad amount of ground on that corner.
Doing things gets you followers. The more followers you have, the more you'll be invited.
How many
to
do I
do
get
cool
per
new things
race? So
we
I get
can
about
do with
2,000 a
more
race.
followers. And bucks. Big bucks, which we can use to buy all the cool stuff we want.
Alright. So I get 2,100 followers from that race. I imagine it's going to be about the same every single race. So I'm going to have to keep doing that until we get to a point where we... yeah, I need about 2 more races, and then we should have unlocked... Actually, we'll have the race car... The next level of cars unlocked as well. The race car stuff. The street car stuff, should I say. That's what I meant to say. I guess we'll jump to off-road. That's my next one I want to try. I want to try a little bit of everything in this. And get to the point where we play around with the cars we're aiming for. The one we've been aiming for since the beginning of this video. Whether the buggy is something that I really enjoy. Based on the buggy from the original game. This is actually not a real vehicle. Sure, someone's made similar and similar exists. But it's one of those where they've made their own. Which is pretty sweet. Because normally games like this, they have real cars or not. But they've kind of gone, you know what? Stuff the rules. We're going to mix and match. We want make our own. I guess at the same time, the Need for Speed had the Bet Customs, which isn't really a real thing. I mean, it is, but it's not. You know what I'm talking about. What? I don't think I've done this route before. I'm not sure I've done this race before. I feel like I probably have. It's one of the early races. Just saw on the right there. That's the way I'm actually meant to go. But I make my own road. That's what I like about this. You can't go wrong. Just got to be careful for the big rocks that you might hit. Oh, and also every little bit of farm equipment. But it's the one you go for exploration. There's no dirt in this game, which is something I keep forgetting. I don't know why. I mean, it's just not there, so you don't really need to mention it. So, but they've gone for complete rally only, and they've gone rally cross, rally cross, which is they kind of mix the dirt and the other classes, rally and raid. Dirt and raid together. So as I said, we're literally close to leveling up again, which means we get this cool little video too.
Where they realize why they're racing.
I like this
For
video.
me, it was the day my bike went one way and I went the other. I picked my bike up, climbed back on, and kept running. Won that race too. Wouldn't let myself lose no matter what. The details, just the things you tell stories about later.
That was super cool. I like that video. It's funny, but also really artistic and I don't know. It's one of my favorite ones they've produced. But as said, we've already got 100,000. It's so easy to get money in this. Let's decide on either another street. We should do to keep the balance. Let's do another aerobatics one. We should either do. Let's push the limits of aerobatics. Let's try that one. Open the gate, please. Pantsman Magi about to take off. Alpha Bravo. Do a dab.
3,
You're gonna stop me like that.
2,
Okay.
1.
Let me show you how to fly a plane. You ever think you see how to fly a plane by Black Pants? I don't think so. Go upwards. I think I'm pretty good at. I'm not really that good at these. I did all right when I was doing against all my other mates and that. I did all right actually, especially when it came to like the random stuff, because you kind of get an idea of what works better, what gets you the most points. And it was a normal loop. I can do that, my friend. I actually kind of like. Let me switch to the camera. This camera. I noticed a lot of the developers use this as well. This camera is. It keeps it so. I'm not playing it safe.
Fly closer to the ground.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Thank you very much,
She's
sir.
just daring you to see what you've got.
Nosedive. But
Yes.
there's a lot of developers use
Take
this.
chances.
Maybe it's their favorite. Oh, my controls. They feel a little bit weird though because they're not opposite anymore. So let's do a bit more low altitude. So sometimes I don't know. I'm very mixed. I think I'll eventually figure it out because I haven't played the full game yet. I'll figure out which camera I prefer of those two, but I like both for different reasons. This feels more natural to control. But there you go. Touch and go. Touch and go. I wouldn't really call that a touch and go because I would probably die if I did that in real life. I would blow up. Touch and blow up. And then possibly leave the ground.
I can
but I
fly
doubt
upside
it.
down at low altitude for a few minutes at a shot.
Oh, you can
someday
you?
You'll be able to do that too.
Oh, maybe someday.
You never know.
Maybe right now. Please. It's exactly what I'm going to do. Low altitude, inverted. See, you underestimate me, woman. No chance. You ain't the best. Alright, we've got another checklist. Vertical, right up. I like these. I wish there was a bit more we could do, but obviously this is the plane stuff. Later on, you're going to do it with monster trucks. Later on, you're going to do it with dirt bikes, I think. Oh, I'm not going up anymore. We'll do some rolls. If I'm making you sick, I apologize. Would make me sick. So let's try in first-person view, actually. That would genuinely make me sick. Imagine this in VR. Everyone would die. Literally, it's probably why they didn't do it. Outside looping. This is the complete opposite loop. Push down. Oh! Stop beeping, I know, it's alright. Well, I am pretty good at that, seeing as you're blabbing your mouth every 2 seconds, woman. Oh, did you see that touch and go with the wing? Woo! That's how we do it on the Pants channel. 3,000 points, get 1,500. The hard ones, though, you definitely need the better planes, the better upgrades. But we're now going from popular to what's next. I'm glad I got those parts. I wasn't sure if it's actually going to work there. What goes next? What comes next after that?
Way to explain what we do is this: our pilots are crazy good, but sometimes they act like a bunch of snot-nosed brats. The kind of people who throw a party in a seminary.
While Grumpy here is giving you his version, let me give you mine. We can do things you've never seen before because we're having fun. Give us a plane, we'll show you something fantastic.
I like that. I like the little videos. They're super nice. But we're going up from level rookie
chapter in the live extreme series
to popular.
now available. I got a call from Live. They want us back.
Oh no, what? That's so much money.
To compete. Now look at us.
43 new activities. Oh my god. That's a lot of events. That's a lot of events. So we've got to the level cap of this beta now. But I feel like we can now get the touring car stuff. Something's blipping over there. New discipline. You know, I think all of the next disciplines have been unlocked now. So we're going to jump straight into this one. I said from the beginning, I promised I will deliver. So the question is, do we get one for free? I hope so, because that AMG has been staring me in the face since I got here, lady. Do I get one? Buy a vehicle. I've got 230 grand. Can I buy one of these? Can I afford one of these? Let's have a look, see. So this costs 360k. They're all like 360k, which is actually quite cheap considering I got 120k from doing that. I'd say this is pretty cheap. I don't know what my first touring car I will buy will be. It's going to be a difficult decision, I know that. But I want to test drive one of these just so I can be like, all right, we've unlocked it. This is what it's going to be like. I want to start with something that's new. Let's test drive the Mercedes. This vehicle was not actually on day one, if you didn't know that. For the original game anyway. It was added as an update. Oh, it's so good! This thing's gonna feel planted. That's what I was expecting coming into this now. These cars, compared to the street cars, are just gonna be grippy. I take it back. We got a little bit of slippage there. So the cars handle so differently compared to their other types. And I came in expecting them to handle even more different than they did in the previous game, because in the last game they handled differently. Like, you felt a difference. Speeding. Oh yeah, it's definitely gripping. I am planted on this road. Stick fully to the side. The AMG is definitely high up the list of one of the vehicles I want to buy as my touring car. I might actually have to do that. I think I'm close. I might. Let me know in the comments, what vehicle should I buy as my first touring car? Let me know, friends. I think you need to make the decision for me. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.